Welcome back, my dark memes, to the Dark Void, ruled by me, 951. And today we are back to a random reaction to a day. We're going to be looking up analog horror once again. Yes, that's right, analog horror. If you don't know what that is, basically... Wait, is this analog horror? I have no idea. But if it is analog horror, I'll just say this. That it's basically about doing VHS and making you very uncomfortable. That's basically the whole point of it, I think. And this one is called Dog Nightmares has cost me my sleep, or in other words, it's from 4 Plus, content creator 4 Plus. So I will leave the link to this content creator's channel down below, so you can watch without my beautiful voice. So we're gonna hear his explanation on what this dog nightmares thing. Basically, the only thing I remember is that I watched some dogs when back in the old days, back in the before times, dogs wearing outfits. Like, with human hands. If any of you remember that, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, let's get on with this. Oh, so I have no idea. Some of these analog horrors may have flashing lights, so be warned. Let's begin. Hopefully it's not laggy today.
Chindo loves fishing. He's looking through his tackle box.
Oh, yeah.
A bobber. Look in the fly box.
I don't know about any of you, but as of writing this, I actually have no idea what I'm getting myself into.
Piggy soda.
All I know is that this next piece of analog horror media is probably not one to be trifled with, because the many glimpses of images I've seen from Dog Nightmares have already given me quite the shaky impression. I gotta get out of here! When I was first made aware of said series, I was a little skeptical at first, but like I said earlier, upon first glance of the actual channel, I knew I was going to have to strap in for this. What has me
we all do
is the repressed memory that Dog Nightmares had awoken inside me. It's this one, Smile Dog.
Ooh,
from what I can
I've
remember,
seen that
Smile
one
Dog was one of those monsters that really left me unable to sleep when I first heard about it. Basically, in early internet history, a photo began spiraling around of this haunting looking.
I'm gonna say this, I'm so desensitized.
Anyone who bears their eyes on this image will slowly begin to lose their sanity, seeing this cursed image everywhere they look. It is also said that the Smile Dog appears in people's dreams to torment their victim even further. Back when I was a young lad, probably too young to be on the internet, anything having to do with once you see it, it's too late, really got me wild.
Oh yeah.
It's truly an effective way of scaring people, because I'm sure there are plenty of people older than me at the time getting equally as afraid.
Ah, come on, don't do this to me, lag.
This new internet horror phenomenon was starting to take over. So it's no doubt
man, those were the days.
Horror titled Dog Nightmares had caught my attention the way it did.
Dude, I'm gonna say this down.
Your look and feel to that horrifying creepypasta. Without a doubt, I am sure I'm going to be needing some change of clothes after this is all done. So I recommend you grab an extra outfit, because it's probably going to be soiled once finished.
I have to say, I've seen these doggos before. It's a long time since I've seen this kind of dog thing.
Here.
The human dog thingy.
I just wanted to say, if you enjoy what you're watching and would like to support the channel, go on and hit those nice buttons down below, including the bell notification.
Go subscribe to this dude.
Also, to finish off, I just wanted to say a Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Can't wait to see what 2020.
Oh, really? This is before. Well, I guess I'm starting up this week with Happy New Year's.
Dog show. First.
Sorry, that was a ad.
We begin through the eyes of someone on their bed while the TV plays. If I'm correct here,
look at these
old advertisement I remember watching when I was younger, but its memory sits so faded away I can't be too sure.
Wasn't this also on a TV show as well?
Our character is holding a Polaroid of some sorts that does appear to be labeled. Due to the lighting, however, it's unable to be made out. The Polaroid gets flipped around a few times before he holds it up to the television screen. Right when they do so, what's on the screen quickly changes to a distorted image of a dog's head with soulless eyes staring into the screen. Once it's noticed, however, the screen quickly flashes back to the commercial. This first entry alone has already separated itself amongst the rest, as it appears to take us outside the tapes and more in the view of the person watching them, somehow drilling in this sense of isolation and vulnerability. Childhood Dreams. Entry 2. This entry begins fairly peacefully. We slowly fade on different images of wildlife, and then to follow it, a child's drawing of said animal.
Okay.
After we get the drawing of the elephant, however, the next photo doesn't seem as welcoming. It's this photo of who I can only assume to be a family sitting on the couch, except the faces are blacked out. We see two more animal drawings before we get to
I just ate recently.
House image. It's got that photo quality that reeks of childhood memories, and throughout the whole entry, it feels like something in these photos is going to appear. To add to all of this, We then start to get drawings of these creepy stares. More photos
I
of
see
the stares
Doggos.
get shown, and then we get this unsettling image. All of these pictures do an excellent job at just creating this sense of fear and dread. I don't want to be anywhere near this house, and more specifically, those stairs. We even get a drawing of this dog peeking his head in between the boards. I'm very glad we didn't see the actual image of that. After we cut through all
So
the
they get
drawings,
creepy,
we
you
cut
know.
to a recording of who I can only imagine is our character in the first entry, going around and picking up all of these animal drawings we had got done seeing.
Ooh.
Except right at the end, they pick up this photo of this
Hello.
dog waving through the window. When I tell you I've never been more frightened of something not being there. As a matter of fact, there is something there. If you take the image and brighten it up a little bit, that damn dog's face is sitting in the dark.
Oh my god.
Right now, I think it's safe to believe that this potential dog entity might work the same as our creepypasta origin. Could it be projecting these nightmares through whoever catches a glimpse? I guess there's only one way to find out.
Are they good doggos?
Right. Entry 3.
Ooh.
This entry is very short and sweet. We get another peek into those old commercials I have vague memories about. Something about the way they look is kind of creepy, don't you think?
Eh.
Maybe there is a reason I put those memories into the side.
Eh.
This commercial seems to follow this fisherman dog, getting all the supplies ready for the big fish.
I also remember this. It used to be on a
However, we pretty
TV show
quickly
one
cut
time.
away and into some more serious footage. We see a missing dog poster put up on a tree. This dog doesn't look like the same dog as our sinister entity, so maybe it's trustworthy. The next entry, January 4th, 2009, follows pretty much the same way. This one has another one of these damn dog videos that I swear I recognize, but I just can't tell from where. I've tried Googling the videos and haven't found anything. I'm starting to question my own mind. This bit has the dogs in a restaurant
Really?
eating food from each other.
These are like older. These are like old
Everything seems
videos.
all fine and dandy until
I like old commercials.
there's even a quick frame where our evil dog peeks through as the waiter. I'm
Okay.
thinking that our character from the first entry is watching all these weird dog commercials for whatever reason. Perhaps it's to find all these hidden messages made by this entity they're trying to escape or possibly uncover. My new best friend, entry 5.
Oh, it begins.
This entry takes us right back to that fisherman dog on his boat. This basically plays out the same as the third entry, except we go a little further into the missing dog and who its owner was. We take a peek through what looks like little journal excerpts made by the owner.
Okay.
Apparently, a strange number keeps calling the number and not speaking on the other line. It sounds like this all started once she had put up the missing dog signs. The next note talked about how they just got a hold of these Wegman tapes. Oh, it's all starting to come back. William Wegman is
Yeah.
an artist born in
He was up
1943 who is
there.
known for all his dog work, so to
Oh.
speak.
So this. Oh.
Pieces were these little shorts involving these dogs and
If you got that.
humans, which I am sure was hilarious, but is now very frightening. But that's
Eh.
where I must remember this from. You see,
Eh.
I believe these were played intermittently throughout Sesame Street, so no wonder this sat so far back in my memories, because it was literally so far back into my childhood.
Oh.
Anyways, the last
It's
note talks about
Not for me. I remember this
over a
clearly.
gift for our writer's birthday.
I think
Following
they
video we get to
recently
see
did
is
a
their
new
reaction
version,
to opening the
like
gift.
a few years back. Like a few years back, I don't remember.
This whole segment is played without audio, as it said the camera being filmed on is rather old. It is now known to us that our main character is named Emily, due to the box labeling, and we proceed to watch as she goes through what she had received. First thing she gets is a nice card with a now suspicious design on the front.
Oh,
I
is
guess
this the way?
it is known that Emily was a huge fan of these dog tapes growing up.
Okay.
The
Oh,
camera,
okay. So she's
unfortunately,
older.
doesn't focus enough to be able to read what was written in the card, but she then moves on to the next gift in the box. She opens it up, and she received a VHS tape collection of some Wegman tapes. After
Yo.
showing the tape off to the camera, Emily remembers a photo album she was working on and pulls that out as well to show off to her friend. After opening it up, we see that all of these photos are the ones we flashed to throughout that second entry. When we get to the family
Maybe
photos,
this is where she
however,
got it.
the faces are blocked off yet again, except this time with little animal head drawings. It appears that whenever Emily is in a photo, a little dog head is used to cover her up. We go to pan over to the next photo,
Okay.
and the silent scene loudly glitches out as her camera dies.
I'm waiting. Yeah.
That definitely wasn't the scariest part of this whole series. Emily goes off to bed, but right after we get to see the
Guess
full
we'll now
photo
be
we were
getting some
initially
rest
panned
because it's
to.
late.
I
Good
gotta
night.
be honest, this photo is haunting, and that dog just is not sitting right with me.
What the heck happened to the dog?
The dog's head is twisted a bit too far to the side there. We start flashing to more journal notes, except this time smaller and more cut off.
Where you are no longer
Emily
with
talks
me.
about having
I
more and
know
more
you are
dreams
still
when her
out
dog
there.
Bailey isn't with her.
Asking
Going
my-
through more and
okay.
more of these notes,
Someone
we learn that
kept-
someone has been
pushes
going around
down.
and tearing down Bailey's missing dog posters. This doesn't stop Emily, however, as she keeps on putting more up. We then discover that while searching for old
Some
photos
old
of Bailey,
photos while looking to
Emily found
photos
some
of
old
Bailey?
paintings of hers and a
They are
book she
from
wrote
my
when she was
home.
around 7 or 8.
Okay.
The first drawing we see is of this weird animal hybrid straight out of Fullmetal Alchemist, with text at the top saying, "You won't be alone." The next photo that is flashed is of once again these ominous
feel that was
stairs,
a-
except this
Ugh.
time an adult male figure stands off in the back with his face hidden in the dark. The next drawing we get is of who I can only imagine is young.
That last one looked like
and
from the
with someone
Brotherhood.
with the word best friend at the top. This page is clearly covered by another paper, but I almost missed that tail that's a part of the figure she's holding hands
But
with.
like I said, the last it looks
After
like
this, we get to read
the
through
one
the
from
book that
Brotherhood.
Emily had mentioned she found earlier. We are also welcomed with a child narration to add to this horror.
Mommy has left to go to work. And I love to play all by myself.
The story starts off with Emily being home alone as her mom is off for work. It seems like there's
Bad
no mention
move.
of Dad being in the picture. It goes on to tell us that her mom always warns her to never open the door when she hears knocking, as strangers are obviously dangerous.
Yeah, of course.
She goes so far as
Obvious.
to tell her that if she ever hears a knock at the door, that she is to run upstairs and lock herself in her room. For some reason, it looks like the word door is scribbled out here. However, there is an issue. It sounds like Emily has something up those stairs she is afraid of. We go further on into the story to find out that there is this strange hole in the wall partway up the stairs that Emily reports hearing creaking coming from. She talks about a time where she ran really fast past the hole, and when she did, she heard a barking coming from inside.
Ooh.
She gets the camera and starts filming her way to the hole, and, well, I'll just let you see for yourself.
Yeah, I'm opening her. What, does he eyes? Don't you dare. Please, don't look at the thing. Don't look at the thing. Oh God. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't you? Oh my God. Oh God. Sorry, there was an ad. Oh God.
We are shown a horrifying sight of this seemingly dark
Hello.
and hybrid in this hole just laying across the surface.
Let's get it
It
closer.
holds for an uncomfortably long amount of time before we hear a deep growl. The scene goes to black, and we are shown the full drawing of a young Emily holding hands with this dog man, where
Heck?
she classifies him as her new best friend.
I could consider this
After
an
that is all
imaginary
over,
friend.
we are then brought to the end of this entry, which was nowhere near what I was expecting. We cut back once again to the fishermen dogs going about the water, but we
Hello?
cut back to outside the tape like the first entry. Turns out that first tape was Emily watching the tape she was sent as a gift. Except this time we break out of all norms and with a more cinematic approach see her holding the Polaroid she had at the beginning
Okay.
as she watches these tapes. As the
Hello?
dog in the tape says, was she just forgetful or was she in trouble? We get a close-up of her eye as she continues watching on.
Was she just forgetful, or was she in trouble?
Leading me to believe that at this
Okay.
very moment, all the memories of this interaction she had as a child is flooding back to her.
Ooh.
The tapes continue on, but soon start to completely glitch out. We see as the fisherman dog puts his head down into his hands as the screen continues to flicker. Emily then drops the Polaroid to the floor, and we see as what was on it becomes clear.
I will leave a warning here for
Bottom
flashing
says,
lights.
"He's still out there," as we then see the photo of this guy and girl together. This partially leads me to believe that
Okay.
it isn't actually a dog-man hybrid, and the dog-man hybrid is some weird amalgamation of trauma memories and Emily trying to comfort herself in some weird way. Or there was
Okay.
actually this dog creature living in her walls, waiting to strike. The entry after this one is just titled Bailey, and it shows who I imagine as Emily sitting in a dark void as she paints a picture of her with Bailey laying on her lap.
Okay.
It's a very well put together entry, even if it completely exits any form of analog horror. Yet it's always exciting when people are able to take a genre, or in this case a subgenre, and still manage to make it refreshing and like something you've never seen before. There's a couple ways this story seems to be going. It's possible that the dog entity is
Eugh.
actually something Emily created as a way to cope with childhood trauma, something
Imaginary friend?
very harrowing could have happened to her and this is her way of coping.
Imaginary friend.
There is also the possibility that there is a dog-man entity that lived in the walls of her stairwell. I don't think it's hard to believe at all that Emily could have been a neglected child and this dog sought to take advantage of that and fill that
Ugh.
void. becoming Emily's best friend throughout her life. It's possible later in life, Emily got a real dog named Bailey, and our dogman wasn't too happy about getting replaced, and it brought him back to go after her.
Eesh.
There was something out there calling the number Emily put on the missing dog poster, and even going so far as to rip them off the trees. A jealous, evil dog going after its old friend. But this series as a whole was truly an experience I enjoyed. I love how this series was able to go outside the bounds of what is normally expected out of analog horror, taking more of a cinematic approach near the end to really add to the ambiguity of the world we are exploring and this character we are following. I enjoy the idea of it actually being a dogman creature that lurks within her home and acts as this imaginary friend for her.
Oh yeah.
And then it's frightening
It's
to
creepy.
see how this creature is able to use that to gain her trust. I believe
It's
there had to have
pretty-
been a
pretty
moment where
pissed
she
about it.
forgot all about him and moved on from needing
Yeah.
him to cope with her feelings. Normally when this happens, that entity isn't going to take it too well.
Oh no.
Put it past the dogman to do something heinous
Imagine
to
if
Bailey,
these
to try
kinda
and get the
entities-
love of Emily focused back on him.
Oh.
It also seems to be a new common theme to find within analog horror, where someone has to unlock hidden memories that reveal a connection with them,
The hidden memories.
haunting them. People's past coming back to strike in a sense. This series as a whole was truly a worthwhile watch. It succeeded in being a frightening horror experience that went in directions I was not expecting it to go at all. I love this idea of taking a step back and actually seeing outside the frame of these tapes. It manages to really solidify a sense of isolation.
I would have to say it would be creepy if all of a sudden you remember
In the
something.
series specifically,
Like,
as
do you
it would
remember
appear
something in the
Emily
back of your
had a
head?
sense of loneliness throughout her entire life. This would make it easy for a scary dog creature to latch itself onto her. Even in the last entry, Bailey, it features Emily in a literal endless empty void where it seems the only source of warmth she got was from her dog. There's so many layers that can be unraveled.
Also, I like the
in
fact
short
that the
horror
painting
stories,
is
which
cut
makes
off.
horror one of the best mediums out there to truly express.
It's intentionally not
raw
showing the
emotions
top
in
part
most
of the head.
captivating ways. That's probably going to be it for this video, but by all means,
That's
please
gonna
go show
do-
some love to the original creator.
Well,
Blue
looking
Soda
at-
is the channel name, so be sure to stay tuned over there as well, because if you're like me, I'm very excited to see where this story goes from here.
It's gonna be very interesting. Okay, that would be very. Ugh. Liminal Land. Stomach. Liminal Land? Maybe watching that one day. Ugh. Sorry to say, but yeah, Liminal Land. Ugh, that just looks creepy. But either way, yeah, I have to say, but that entry, that final entry kind of creeps me out a little bit. It may look innocent, but if you look at the painting, what her head is like freaking gone. Like, I understand the painters usually do that, but why is it focusing on the dog and then not her head? It feels like it's like saying that she's considered a dog person. It's like saying that Emily's head is like gone and replaced or something. It's just me telling it. Like, if you think about all her pictures, it feels like if the dog's trying to create a new friend. Like, if it had some intentions like to make Emily as a friend, but it has to like replace the head of her friend with the dog. That's what I think, and then it goes to Full Metal Alchemist territory. Also, that one picture with the upside down dog's head, that looked like what happened with Tom Tucker when he created his monster species. Sorry about that. Okay, but yeah, like I said, it feels weird to me how that ended. But who knows? Maybe there'll be more down the line. But either way, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I have to say, it was pretty creepy. I would like, for me, I mostly like to watch like other content creators explaining these things than actually go to the channels, because some of them are channels of, then look up the analog horror, because there's like some of them there's like playlists that are taking like hours long. The Godzilla one took like a literal hour long, and I didn't realize it took an hour long until after I finished the video. And oh man, I had this long thing. Should I watch it directly, or should I just look at content creators and see their explanations? It's still up in the head whether or not I should go directly to the channels or or find an explanation channel. It's just, I'm still deciding on that. But either way, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think about the dog Sniper thing. And have you seen this? What your thoughts and opinions on it? What your theories of what's going to happen to Emily if this continues on? Because it said last entry. Hey, it may have come up may be a new video from the time. Or do you know what else is going to happen? Like I said, what's your theories? What you thought about the last scene? Do you think my theory stands that maybe the dog wants a new dog companion and is jealous and just wants to make Emily his new best friend by making her into a dog creature thingy? What do you think about that? Do you think this is actual entity that's basically fault? Dude, that is creeping me out. Dude, that thing on the right side, I cannot stop looking at that. It's creeping me out. That is probably gonna give me nightmares tonight. Just by the scene alone. I mean, sorry if you guys are scared of that thing. Also, flashing lights, I'm sorry, but I'll put a warning up there. But yeah. Oh my gosh, sorry, I gotta finish this one. That's like getting creeping me out right now. We'll watch that next time, probably. I don't know. But either way, yeah. Like I said, what you thought? Do you think that this is actually an imaginary friend? Do you think it's actually a real creature? Was that a real hole at the stairwell, or was that her imagination as well? Like, let me know down in the comments what you think, what's gonna happen if this continues on. Like I said, and what you think? Did this brought up any memories back in the olden times, back in the olden days, or did you think that this was nothing? Let me know down in the comments. But either way, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Comment, subscribe down below if you enjoyed it, and to join my Dark Army. I will leave a link to 4Plus's channel down below so you guys can look it up without my beautiful voice. And also, don't forget to like and share. And I'm your Dark Ruler, so you do have no choice but to do what I say at the end of these videos. You really got no choice. I'm your Dark Ruler, and I order you to do what I have to say here. Also, press the black bell button to be notified. Or just go to my channel, because YouTube channel doesn't even bother. She just removes the black belt for no reason. I don't know why she does that. But either way, yeah, let me know down in the comments. And for right now, my dark minions dismissed. Oh my gosh, that is so creepy.